There are compliments women hear all the time. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're amazing. They'll smile politely. Say thank you. Maybe blush. But deep down, they forget it. Because it doesn't move them.
Why?
Because those words are safe. Predictable. Ordinary. Every man says them. But if you want to stand out, to make her feel something she's never felt before, you need to speak differently. Not to her looks. Not to her charm. But to her soul. You need to speak to the part of her that rarely gets seen. The part that craves understanding. Not attention. The part that longs to be felt, not just watched. Today I'll give you 5 rare compliments. Not cheesy. Not needy, but powerful. Words that don't just flatter her, they stay with her. Long after you're gone. Let's begin. 1. No one sees the world the way you do. Most men compliment the surface, her beauty, her body, her style. Few notice her mind, and fewer still admire how it works. But when you recognize her way of thinking, her perspective, her insights, her intellectual fingerprint, you awaken something inside her. You tell her, I see more than your reflection. I see how you see the world, and that hits differently. It makes her feel rare, not because you praised her, but because you noticed something most never do, how to use it. When she shares an unusual opinion, a creative idea, a deep take on something small, pause, look at her, and say, that's such an original way to look at it. I've honestly never met anyone who sees things like you do. Then say nothing. Let her feel it, because that compliment doesn't touch her ego, it touches her identity. 2. You held it together when most people would have fallen apart. Let's be honest, most women get complimented on being sweet, or cute, or kind. But very few get admired for their strength. The way she stands firm when life gets heavy. The way she pushes through when everything screams to give up. Resilience. Composure. Quiet courage. That's what this compliment sees. You're not praising her for looking good. You're admiring the way she holds herself together, especially when the world's falling apart. And that, my friend, is rare. Most men chase softness. But a stoic man? He honors the storm she survives, not just the smile she wears. How to use it. When she tells you about something she overcame, standing up for herself, supporting her family, facing her own fears, say this. Most people would have cracked under that pressure, but you stayed calm. That's rare. That's powerful. Let that moment breathe. Because in a world that underestimates her, you just elevated her. 3. You make everyone around you better, and you don't even try to. Some women light up a room, and they don't even know it. They lift people, shift energy, bring out joy, hope, peace, just by being there. This compliment sees that. It's not about how she looks. It's about what she does to others, how she inspires, how she uplifts. And when you say it, you're telling her something deeper. You're not just beautiful, you're impactful. How to use it. When you notice people smile more around her, when she encourages someone, when she says something that makes others feel seen, lean in. Say, you have this way of making people better, and I don't even think you know you're doing it. That's rare. She won't forget that, because few people make her feel that meaningful. 4. You inspire me to be better. Every human being wants to matter, wants to influence, wants to shape something. This compliment isn't about praise. It's about elevation. You're not telling her she's hot. You're telling her she makes you want to grow. That her presence shifts your mindset. That her example lifts your standards. That is soul-level connection. How to use it. When she opens up about a dream she's chasing, or handles herself with strength and dignity, or stands firm in her truth. Look at her and say, you really inspire me. The way you show up, it makes me want to do better too. I don't take that lightly. She'll feel it in her chest. Not because you idolized her, but because you made her part of your journey, and that is unforgettable. 5. You bring a different energy, one that shifts the whole room. Some people walk into a room and disappear. Others walk in, and everything changes. That's her. She may not realize it, but she radiates something that shifts moods, that pulls people in. When you name it, when you call out that vibe, you're speaking to her essence. You're saying, you're not just someone people notice, you're someone people feel. How to use it. When you're in a group and the mood changes when she talks, when people lean in or light up, say it softly. It's crazy how the vibe changes when you're around. You've got this energy that's hard to explain but impossible to ignore. She'll never forget that, because most people see her, but you just understood her. Final thought, these aren't compliments. They're mirrors. They reflect back the parts of her no one sees. Not her beauty, not her flirtation, but her being. Most men throw praise like bait, trying to win attention. But a Stoic man, he speaks with weight, with stillness, with truth. And when he speaks, he makes a woman feel something she didn't know she craved, to be recognized, to be admired, to be felt, not for what she is on the surface, but for what she brings to the world. So next time you speak, don't say what every man says. Say what only a man of depth, clarity, and quiet power would say, and she'll never forget you. If this message hit home, comment the word clarity below. And if you're ready to connect deeper, lead better, and become unforgettable, subscribe. Because here we don't flatter to impress. We speak to impact. We don't chase attention. We awaken presence. And we don't need to be loud to be remembered.